One of our cats vomited a lot, and eventually, even the better canned food we were using was not staying down. I found a raw recipe online and started making it for both cats. They were about 3 years old at the time. The sick cat eventually grew in size, not weight, size. I couldn't believe it. She became loving and more attentive to us, and I hadn't realized how much she was avoiding us because she probably always felt ill. She started sleeping with me with her head on my shoulder every night. She really appreciated what I'd done for her. Thank you so much, Evie, for sharing your insight. This comment was on my worst cat food brands video, the one that went viral. And I'm really glad that you talked about your cat before and after, because a lot of people ask me, like, well, what are the scientific studies? What are the benefits? What does the science say? What is this? But really, what you see in front of you should be all the proof that you need. Like you said, she grew in size. So that means even the better canned foods were not providing the proper nutrition. And she was avoiding you because she didn't feel well. So a lot of people have cats with behavioral issues and they don't realize that it basically stems down to the food that they're feeding. Because if you don't feel well, you're not going to act well. And I definitely see these changes with Jericho too. He has a lot of energy, he's more playful, he's so affectionate, and he also sleeps with his head on my shoulder, but most of the time his head is on my face using me as a pillow. Hey friends, it's Jess and Jericho, and I need to apologize. I haven't been able to respond to all of your comments as often as I usually do, especially when it comes to older videos. So I want to give you all a shout out. Thank you so much for commenting on my videos. I appreciate all of them, the good and the bad. YouTube likes all comments, so every comment is super helpful. It tells YouTube to show my video to more cat people like you. So thank you. JR says, Jess, thank you for posting. I too have all of your same concerns. You would think making a decent cat litter was rocket science. You're so right. This comment was on my video where I review all of the different types of cat litters. I think I talk about 11 different types in that video. And yes, JR, you are right. And I'm still looking for the perfect litter. I'm still using walnut litter. That video was posted, I think, over a year ago at this point. I'm still using walnut litter, and I tell all of you, it's not perfect. Unfortunately, there is no such thing as a perfect cat litter. I'm still looking for the perfect cat litter. Perfect, I think, would be cats live outside and they do their business where they please. But, you know, we have cats inside. There are pets. So right now I'm still using the walnut litter, but I'm still on the hunt for the best. Rough Seas says, very helpful. I love that you do all the legwork for me and give me the best analysis. Keep up the great work. This was on the raw cat food for kittens video. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you appreciate my legwork and all of the research that I do. I try to make it as easy as possible while still providing options that can work for everyone, because, you know, everyone's situation is different. Obviously, the best that I can recommend will always be a fresh raw food diet. But, you know, I have other videos that talk about wet food and this and that, because again, I just want to try to find a solution for everyone. Thank you so much for appreciating my work. Hannah says, one day I'll get to this level. Jess, your videos are my favorite. Thank you for this wonderful information. Also, I absolutely love your voice. It's so soothing to me. So this comment was on Jericho's diet, and right now Jericho's eating a combination of whole prey and a little bit of prey model raw. So whole chunks of meat, sometimes it's ground, whole hearts, and other things like that. I have another video coming out this month about meal prepping for Jericho's week, and I'm going to give him more whole prey. So stay tuned for that. The second thing I want to talk about your comment is your comment on my voice. So it's funny because I've gotten comments on my voice forever, and it's always an extreme. Either people love my voice, like you said, it's so soothing, and then other people are like, you sound like death. One time, when I was working at a coffee shop, I was at the register and I said, hi, how are you, to the customer? And the customer's like, ooh, better than you. I'm like, actually, I always sound like this. And he was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I said, so a second ago, I sounded like I'm on my deathbed, but since I sound like this all the time, it's cool. So anyway, thank you for your kind words about my voice. Brandy says, your video is so informative, and I've been doing research on cat food, trying to understand the ingredients and all the trickery and find the best kibble for now until I can have them all on wet or raw food. I'd be so grateful and pleased if you can suggest a dry kibble that is low in ash and will be suitable for struvite crystals and urinary tract health along with canned. Hope you get back to me and have a blessed day. So Brandy, ash is the minerals, basically what's left over. They get the word ash from if we were to burn the food, what would be left over? So what's left over is the minerals. Just want to clarify that. Two, this isn't the answer that you're looking for, but I would never suggest any type of dry food for a cat, regardless of the health condition, but especially for cats that have urinary issues, because water is essential for life, but also very essential for proper urinary health. So if your cat has crystals, ash isn't really the main concern. It's more carbohydrates that are in dry food and the fact that it's dry food. Now, I know your cat's eating dry food now and you're trying to get him onto wet or raw. So I would suggest transitioning from dry food to any type of wet food that says formulated to be complete and balanced, because at the end of the day, any type of wet food is still going to be better than the best dry food, simply because there's high and appropriate moisture content. And I have videos, check the description, please. There are videos for picky cats, specifically from kibble to wet or raw. And I include a full transition plan, and I hope you have a blessed day too. Thank you. The next comment I'm gonna read is from Portia. It's quite long, and it's on the video of Jericho eating a whole mouse. I really appreciate this comment. I'm just gonna read little pieces of it. Thank you so much for showing us this. I swear we are so disconnected and grossed out by raw meat eating predators, including myself. And I'm glad that you say, like, yes, I have issues with it too. But you go on to say that, you know, cats have evolved to eat this kind of diet. And I think that's super important, because a lot of us, I mentioned before, where are the clinical feeding trials? Where are the studies? Where's the research? Well, what about cats in their natural habitat? You know, they intuitively know what's best for them, and they choose to eat whole prey. So Portia goes on, science continues to show us that we are all the healthiest when we consume our natural diets, and this is no different for cats. On the contrary, we age quicker and die premature deaths from metabolic diseases like diabetes, kidney disease, etc., when we consume high carb diets, which is not our natural diet. And this is no different for our cats and dog friends. Absolutely. That's the biggest issue with dry food, is that there's so many carbs in it, alongside low moisture, as I mentioned before. But you're right, these carbs contribute to obesity, and obesity alone puts ourselves and our cats at a much higher risk for so many different issues, including shortened lives. I say thank you so much, Jess, for showing us what this looks like, because it inspires us to see someone else love their pet friends enough to do what's best for their little lives. I've been wanting to feed my cat what he would naturally eat, which is whole prey, so he can live a long and healthy, happy life, but I was scared. Even just prepping his cut up raw meals honestly kind of grossed me out, but I went from first respecting this diet, then over time, I just got used to it. Last year, I wanted to take it to the next step and feed my cat a whole prey, but as I mentioned, I was too afraid. I just needed to take baby steps. But after contemplating it well over a year and seeing this video, I think I'm finally ready. Let's get and stay healthy, live our best lives, and give our pets a chance to live their best lives. Thank you so much, Portia. I really appreciate this, and I appreciate your candid insight. You know, like I said before, you mentioned that you were nervous and you were afraid, and I'm glad that my videos can help inspire you. You know, I'm not here to say that I'm perfect. I'm still improving on Jericho's diet, and I adopted him in 2017, and it's 2022 right now. Just like you said, it's about those baby steps. Celebrate the small wins, take those baby steps, and remember your end goal. And I'm going to post more videos about whole prey. So again, thank you so much, Portia, for your comment. Jennifer posted, hey, would you be willing to watch the documentary Pet Fooled and give us your opinion and feedback on the information shared in that documentary? So I've actually already seen Pet Fooled. I watched that back in 2017, right before I adopted Jericho. And Pet Fooled, I'm so grateful for, because that's what made me interested in learning cat food labels. That's what made me interested in furthering my education in cat nutrition. That's what showed me Dr. Karen Becker. That's what really showed me the truth about pet food. I highly recommend that movie to anyone that hasn't seen it. Maybe I will make a video about it, just talking about it and, you know, reacting to it. But yeah, I have seen it, watched it years ago, and I'm grateful for that video, because that's what kickstarted my career in cat nutrition, and that's why this YouTube channel exists. So thank you, Jennifer, for commenting that. Tracy comments, LOL, Jericho says, don't bother portioning it, Mom, I'll just take it as is. So this was on Jericho's diet, and me portioning and meal prepping because Jericho is always up on the counter trying to get the meat while I'm prepping it. And you're so right. He's like, don't even bother. Just give it to me as is. Cats at Dusk says, nice, looks like he enjoyed it a lot. My boy also loves getting whole prey mice and rats. He goes crazy for them. He would eat them exclusively if I let him, but I don't always have access to them, or else I would. So it's always just once in a while instead. I always love watching him enjoy his food that they were meant to eat. And this was also on a comment. This comment was also on the video of Jericho eating a whole mouse. And I'm glad that your cat is getting some whole prey. Some whole prey is better than none. Just like I say to other people that ask, can I do a combination? Like, some fresh food is better than no fresh food. Don't feel like you have to go in 100%. Do the best that you can. And as I mentioned before, it's all about taking baby steps. Maybe today you can't go 100%, but in the future you will be able to. So putting in the work now to offer a little bit, as much as you can, will pay off tremendously in the long run. Ardala says, your channel should have more subscribers. You're doing a great thing informing people about pet care. So this comment was on how much YouTube paid me my first 6 months. Thank you, Ardala. My subscribers are growing. My channel is growing. And I really appreciate everybody that subscribes, likes, engages with my video, comments, and shares the video. It really helps the growth of my channel. I really appreciate all of your comments and your support because that's what keeps me going. Another comment that I get a lot is, I've tried everything. My cat is still too picky. So if this is you, you're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. I get comments, emails, messages, DMs, basically every day with the same comment. So I created a free course. It's in the pinned comment below. This will give you a step-by-step plan of all of my videos, which one to watch in which order, including FAQ, all of the resources and products that I use and recommend. Thanks for watching.